And shuffle your cards.
When playing Dutch Blitz with two people, you put 5 cards down, and these are called your post pile. Then you count out 10 cards, and this is called your Blitz pile. The remaining cards are your wood pile. So M has a 1, so she's going to go ahead and play that. She's going to move a card over from her Blitz pile into her post pile because you always want to have 5 cards in your post pile. She has another 1 in her Blitz pile, so she's going to put that 1 out. And at this point, we don't have any more 1s. Sorry. So the cards out that are in play are your Dutch piles, and you want to build up in numerical order. So you have a 1, and then, for example, you would play a 2 on top of it. You're going to be looking for a 2 that's a yellow, and then we're going to have other colors that are Dutch piles that start with the number 1 and build up also. 2 from my post pile, we are going to move the 9 over from my Blitz pile, and since we don't have anything else that can be played, we start out counting by 3. So 1, 2, 3, and then you flip. And M can play her yellow 2 on top of the 1. And she also has a yellow 3 and a yellow 4. I have a yellow 5. Now we both have vacancies, if you will, in our post piles, so we're going to move them over from our Blitz piles.
Extra credit if you can see the next move.
Anyone see? Okay. Already M has a, yellow 6. She's going to move things. Instead of actually filling in her post pile, she doesn't have to take it that extra step. She can just move her 1 out and then fills in her post pile there. And from her wood pile, she has another 1. And Alright, now this time both of us have gone through all of our cards from our wood pile and we weren't able to play anything. So what we're going to do is pick up the cards and we take the top card and move it to the bottom. That way it shuffles our cards so we can count out by 3, we have new cards to play from. And when you play a 10, you flip it over. When you add a 10 to the Dutch pile, so you know that that pile is closed. I'm putting a 1 down, Em's putting a 2. She's moving her last card from her Blitz pile that originally had 10 into her post pile. And now, since she has no cards left, she's going to call Blitz, and that ends this hand. Now for scoring, you'll notice I have a lot of cards left in my Blitz pile here. We ignore the face value of the cards, and each card is going to be worth -2 points. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards there, so I have -14 to start. Scoring, I know I have -14 and has 0 so far, because she had 0 cards left in her Blitz pile. We put these piles, from our post pile, our Blitz pile, and our wood pile, we put them all aside. And we just grab up all these cards. Now you'll remember from the beginning that each one of us had a different color and different shape on the back of our cards, so we separate them into piles. And I take the green, Em takes the blue, and we count out our cards. Each one of the cards that were out here in our Dutch piles has a value, has +1. So I had 10 cards out. I had -14 points over here, so I ended up with a total score of -4 for that hand.
And I had 17 cards out, so I have 17 points.
Now, that was just the first hand. For the second hand, we shuffle again, many times over. We're going to lay out our cards. 5 cards in our post pile, 10 cards for our blitz pile. We're going to do the same sort of thing all over again, and we're going to go until we get to a total of 75 for one or the other of us. Now notice that M's blitz pile is empty. She doesn't necessarily have to call blitz right away. She can wait and try to accumulate more points. Blitz. So when you're playing with 3 or more players, you only have 3 cards in your post pile instead of the 5.